Hello everyone, this is Dark and we are playing some Ark Mobile. Today I'm going to show you guys how to get some pretty sweet colored tames without any mutations required. And we're going to do it by using colored dyes and potent dust. Let's go. Alright, so the way we're going to do this is we're going to be using dyes. You cannot put the dyes directly on the tames, however, you can color potent dust and feed the potent dust to the tames, which will thereby color them. Now, with adult tames, it takes several of those colored potent dust in order to actually get it any sort of meaningful color. However, when they are babies, it only takes very few, and sometimes only one or two of them. So we're going to go ahead and breed these two guys together, and then if we get a mutation, fantastic, but if we don't, then that's okay. That's where the dye comes in. So I'm going to go ahead and breed these up, and once we get the egg, I will go ahead and incubate it, get some babies born, and I will see you when they are ready to be dyed. Alright, so we've got our egg here. It is almost ready to hatch. And I just want to re-emphasize, guys, this is dyeing your tames to get it a really cool color of your choosing. This is not anything like a mutation. Mutations specifically create a random color on a random color zone on the tame, as well as a stat mutation. If you want to see the process for getting mutations, I do have a video on my channel with that. Feel free to check it out. This is simply if you want one of your tames to be a cool looking color. So looks like this is gonna hatch now. Ooh, and it looks like we got twins. Alright, so that's cool. So let's go ahead and clean these guys, turn off the wandering, put them on passive, low following. And from the looks of it, these are not mutations. They're the same level as the parents in terms of base stats, but pretty sure these are not mutations, so we're just going to get them to come over here, and I'll double check the stats and everything though first. But while I'm getting these all ready to go for the dye, if you are not a subscriber already, please subscribe, because that would really help me out, especially if you like the content, of course. If you ever have any video suggestions that you want me to do, please comment with that. You know, I try to make videos that you guys want to see, so if there's something that you want me to do a video on, leave a comment with it. And any of the videos you do like, a like always helps too. Like I said in all my other videos, every little bit counts. I appreciate everyone that's already liked, commented, subscribed so far. I am new to YouTube, still pretty new, so I'm building though. We're gonna get this somewhere. But while I go ahead and double check all these stats, and then I'm gonna rename these two guys as well with their stats. I highly suggest that, by the way, when you're breeding, you should always put the stats that you want to focus on. You should have in the names so that you don't lose track. Otherwise, you should screenshot the stats if you want to do it that way. But while I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and skip the video ahead so we can get to the stuff you want to see, which is the dyeing with the colors. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so the first thing we need is some different colored dyes, and we'll just pick a couple since we got twins, so we can do two different colors. Let's see, what do we want to do? How about... I've got a lot of narcotics in here, don't I? Alright, let's grab a red. How about a red? That would look kind of cool. Alright, and the other thing we need is potent dust, and actually, come to think of it, I already have red potent dust. So I actually already have red potent dust. The reason being is my potent dust farm. If you guys want to see how to make a potent dust farm, by the way, let me know in the comments and I'll do a video on that. But anyways, you put the potent dust in their inventory, and then you feed it to them. So you have to feed it. You are not able to feed them in quick succession. Once you feed them one note, close out of the inventory, and then look at them, and it should take an effect just like that. Now, each tame takes these in a different way. So the Anki typically will start on the little spikes, and then as you feed them more of the same color, it'll kind of work its way around the entire tame. And you see that little yellow timer. That's the timer before I can feed this to him again. And then we're going to go ahead and feed it. And now close out, reopen it. And let's take a look. And see, now it's like a deeper red up there. And you can see the base of it too is like kind of almost tinted a little bit more red. If I were to keep feeding him red potent dust, eventually he would be entirely red. Now, it is difficult to start doing a whole bunch of different colors on a single tame because of the way the dye works. Like I said, when you use one, it always starts in the same area, but once you've fed them a whole bunch of one color, when you feed them a second color, it's a lot stronger than the first time around. So it doesn't work like layering, and almost like just overlaps what you've already done to an extent. It's really difficult. I don't suggest doing more than one color on a tame if you're going to do it this way. But you can play around with it. If this was an adult, I'd have to feed him a lot more than what I did. That tame only needed 2, and it got that sweet red color. So, but I'm going to continuously keep these guys getting fed. So just don't mind that part of this. But yeah, so we got that really cool red color on here. I think this looks pretty cool. Only took 2 potent dust with, 1 red dye is technically what it would have used. But let's do the next one. So let's take a look at another color. Let's go with like a purplish color. Royalty, yeah. Oh yeah, that sounds good. So then what we got to do is get a little bit of potent dust. It can be any color originally on the dust. You just override it with the dye, and then it changes to that color of the dye. We're going to put it into the inventory and feed it. And then, ooh, check that out. I'm not normally a huge fan of purple, but that looks pretty cool. Let's give it a couple more, and then once that timer goes down, we'll feed it another one. And one thing to know, guys, as well, is when you feed any tame potent dust or yourself, you can actually gain 100 experience if you eat one yourself. By the way, I don't know if you know that, but when you're higher level, 100 XP doesn't really do a whole lot. But anytime you feed this to one of your tames, it has a very slight chance of actually knocking the tame out. So full torpor and knock it out. Check out that deep purple color. I like that. Look at that. Wow. Yep, that's pretty cool. But yeah, anytime you feed it to one of your tames, it can knock it out. And I think, according to the wiki, it could even kill your tame, from what I remember. But I could be wrong. I haven't ever actually had that happen. I've only had 2 of my tames knock out before. But yeah, guys, so that is how you get these really cool colored tames without any mutations or having to wait around for the mutations. It only requires a very few potent dust, a couple dyes, whatever color you want on the dye, and you can get some pretty cool colored tames this way. So hopefully this video was able to help you out. If you enjoyed the video and you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Dark, and I will see you next time.